Count your lucky stars, Lidia Isac. You are going to Eurovision. Moldova's national selection O Melodie Pentru Europa has come to an end, and Lydia has won with her electro dance number Falling Stars.
The sky is thundered, it's coming down, the wildest fire is burning out.
First reaction, Bogdan.
Well, it was quite an expected win because Lydia was the fan favorite. I'm very glad with this because during the show it was very clear during the week that Lydia was not only the fan favorite but also the Moldovan televoters' favorite because she won the second semi-final that she was in. So I kind of expected her to win last night.
Well, the first time I heard all the studio versions of Moldova, it was clear for me that it was between Donita and Lydia. And I actually liked Lydia's song, but when I heard her sing live, I didn't expect her to win. Not during the auditions, not during the final. I don't know. At first she starts off quite nice. And I really was enjoying the song, but then she starts screaming and I just wanna, oh my god, go away.
Yeah, back in December when we had to pick our favorites from the studio versions, I ranked this my number 1, and Bogdan, it was your 1 or 2. It was quite 2 or 3, maybe it was quite high. And then she sang at that live audition and it was kind of bad. But I think we need to remember this studio in Moldova is not the most state of the art. I was there in 2014. It's tiny, the cameras, the audio, it's all slightly off. And so people don't sound as good as they do in real life. And so I think because we're not in Moldova, we get this biased impression. That said, she improved tremendously from the live auditions to last night, and I actually didn't have any concerns. I think perhaps the backing at some points, they need to blend better, but she sounded fantastic. She's much more comfortable with this song. And the staging, I know some people were like, I really liked it. There's potential here. Because rewind, Aliona Moon, when she won, her staging at the national selection wasn't anything to write home about, but then at Eurovision, amazing, top 5 with the jury. It was probably the most memorable act visually for me. So I think this has amazing potential. There's gonna be an LED dress. We can already see it coming. There'll be stars. They might shoot her into outer space and have her land back in the globe. And this is gonna be really good.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see how she will perform, how the staging will look like in Globen Arena, especially with the stage, how we know it's going to look. Last night it was pretty uneventful, especially compared to Donita German's performance, which was out of this world fantastic. And Donita's staging was really impressive. They invested a lot in that. I think Lydia invested more in her voice because she indeed improved a lot. She also lowered the pitch of the song so she could perform it better. She was a bit stiff on the stage, but vocally she was better than the live audition.
Well, I also see a great potential for staging because, like, you know, Falling Stars, they could play so much with this. They can just blow up the whole globe arena, and I think, yes, it will be explosive. But the song, I'm not sure. It's a little bit bland, generic Europop that we're all so used to, and I really doubt that it's gonna stand out.
The reason I'm excited it's kind of bland Europop is because I feel like the introduction of the jury has reduced the amount of bland Europop, and I miss it. I think it's what makes Eurovision so fun and fantastic. It's a little crazy. It's the cliche Eurovision music I like and that I like to download, so welcome to the contest, Lydia. She, of course, is in the first semi-final against Iveta Mukuchyan, Sandhya from Finland, Argo, Freddie in Hungary, Due Bob, Sergei Lazarev. I mean, there's some big names in this semi. Do you think she is going to sail through? I know we don't have all the songs yet, but judging from past years, is this quality enough to sail through?
No.
I think, yeah, it's a commercial success. It's a good song for the radio. But I'm afraid that in that semifinal particularly, it's going to be very difficult for Moldova to sail through. I think they would need a very spectacular show. They would need a very spectacular staging, the type of thing that Moldova is good at. So, and the fact that it's not in the same semifinal with Romania, so Romania cannot vote for Lydia. I think that's going to hurt their chances. So yeah, I think their only chances lie in their only hopes lie in the very spectacular staging.
I think that Moldova has no chances at all. This song will not work with the juries for sure, and I really doubt that it will catch someone's attention from televote, because there are so many strong artists in this semifinal, and already we know some songs that will definitely go to the final, and Moldova will just get lost. And I'm not sure, is Moldova in the first or the second semi? Half?
The first one.
So they also have Zoe, Dalal and Dean, -1, Greta Salome, Ira Lasko, and Highway, in addition to Serhat and the names from earlier.
And if Moldova is in the first half, then I think they're screwed.
And indeed they are in the first half. And there's some other upbeat songs. Sergei Lazarev, we're pretty sure, is sending an upbeat pop number as opposed to a peace song. Sandhya from Finland is in the first half. I always have faith in Moldova. I mean, Edward Romanuda came very close to qualifying, didn't he?
He did.
And that was unexpected, and he had to open the show. So I kind of feel like Lydia, you know, hopefully Moldova won't have to open the show for a second year in a row. And if they do, y'all need to complain. In any event, perhaps we should talk about the second and third place acts. Bogdan, who finished second and what did you think?
Cristina Pintilie finished second, surprising for me. She had a pretty uneventful song called Picture of Love. She had an interesting staging. She performed on top of a very large cube. And behind that, there was another large cube of a different color on which there was a dancer. Interesting choice of staging, but it went through. I think the jury helped her a lot because she is a former jury member and she's a very respected musical figure in Moldova. She's a singing coach. But song-wise, I was not sold on that performance.
Yeah, something felt really flat. And I don't know, it's just forgettable, and I already don't remember how did it go, so not a good sign.
Yeah, I feel like she invested more in her staging than she did on her voice. The staging is amazing. She's got a moon, she's got rain, she's got people on boxes. Fantastic. Moldova always punches above its weight when it comes to staging. I'm sorry, they are slightly crazy, and that's why I love them. It really, if their staging is anything to go by, rip off the weave, y'all. They really are slightly crazy. Now, in third place, it was Valeria Pasha with Save Love. Whitney Houston, mid-80s. She could have won Eurovision over Sandra Kim back in the day, but this is 2016. The song was just too dated. I think her voice is beautiful, but I think she really needs to work with a new songwriting team, aka Not Her Father, to pull herself into this century.
Indeed. Like last year, she had a very old-fashioned song, which highlighted her very beautiful vocal skills. She's also a very beautiful girl. But yeah, the song was 1986, so 3 decades too late, I'm afraid.
Agree, the song is a big letdown, but fingers crossed for the next year that they can work something out and come out with something amazing, suitable for her voice and her energy.
Yeah, I think the Moldovan jury is very focused on the voice. She was their favorite. She was the first on the jury scoreboard. But I think the Moldovan jury should also focus on the song as well, because yeah, she's vocally perfect, but it's not Eurovision voice contest.
Oh, I gotta stretch. Oh, my Lord. Y'all, this is crazy. We just have to pause and point this out. The two of you showed up on camera wearing your wiwibloggs shirts. Like, this was not planned. And so we are all sporting www. Woo! In any event, that's what we think. What do you think? If you have thoughts on Lidia Isac, let us know here on wiwibloggs. And Bogdan, what else can they do?
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And don't forget to put like.
Yay! Thanks so much.
Bye!
Bye.